Okay, hello everyone. I'm on X-Plane 11. I don't have the beta, it's just the version 11.3 something or another, 3.1 I believe. I don't have any plugins or anything particularly running. This is default weather. I do have an HD scenery mesh, not ortho. That is in play. I have pretty decent settings taking place. Today we're going to play with Mission Generator. It's just a random thing to give you purpose to land at airports and runways that you would typically never do if you're just out bumming around and flying. I decided to go to Piercefield because it's a short flight, only 58 nautical miles. It's right on the islands just outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. So that'll be a fun little flight, why not? And it just makes a random mess. It says deliver 2 businessmen to Piercefield. It says it's concrete, flat, and coastal. Okay. 283 pounds worth of people plus the pilot. When I accepted it, it already adjusted it. It's estimating about a 20-minute flight from gear up to touchdown. I'm not going to hold my breath on that. But we'll give it a go. Anyhow, here's my plane. It's a Beechcraft Bonanza F-33a. It's through Carenado. I put the tail number on here. Haven't done much to it. I do have 221 hours of actual fly time in this plane. So I've been around the block a couple times. Regardless, let's go ahead and get going. Get these doors closed down. Get all the covers off and boom, suddenly people. Alright. So let's get this thing fired up. Let's hide the controls so I can see what I'm doing here. Let's get the battery on. Let's set our avionics real quick. Flight plan menu. We don't need this flight plan. Alright. Come on. Okay, KLBX is good. We're going to go to 72 TA is what it said. And I doubt it's going to find it. Oh, there it is. What do you know? Piercefield. And we're just going to go... No, we're not. We're going to we're going to fly to the VOR in Palacios, PSX. So what we're going to do is we're going to, however we depart Lake Jackson, KLBX, we'll fly south of the field just slightly, and we'll get on the Victor 70 airway that runs between Shoals and Palacios. So that's a direct line between Galveston and the Palacios VOR. And we'll follow that directly to the Palacios VOR, and then from there we will turn south to heading 172. It looks like, according to Sky Vector, and that should take us straight to this airfield. This airfield's actually going to be on the barrier island, between the barrier island between the Gulf and Matagorda Bay. So it's probably going to be a short, interesting runway. Regardless, it should be a fun flight. We'll see what happens. So we're going to want to put PSX into our system here, so it knows that's where we want to go first before we get there. And I'm just going to hand fly this flight as much as I can. It's such a short flight, there's no real reason for autopilot. That, and I can show off how horrible I am at maintaining altitude and direction. Why not, right? Alright, there's that. Let's see what the flight plan. Let's back that out and see how it looks on the map. Okay, it's okay, there's Houston Hobby, Bush Intercontinental. This is Shoals. This is Palacios. So we're going to fly out and we're going to meet the direct line, the V70 airway that goes between the two. Once we get there, we'll turn and land. It looks correct. I am satisfied with, yeah, I'm satisfied with it. It'll just be used as a guide anyways, so I'm not too overly concerned about it. Let's see, our ATIS is 119,275 at KLBX. If I remember right. I'm probably wrong on this, but we'll find out here in just a second.
Shoals INTL information Charlie.
Nope, that's Galveston.
1400 Zulu weather. Wind 110 at 13, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 23, dew point 17. Altimeter 2992. Arriving...
No, 119,925. That was close. I should have left it alone. That's why you always look at your charts.
Texas Gulf Coast regal weather. Wind light and variable, visibility 10. Sky conditions 2900 broken, temperature 20, dew point 17. Altimeter 2992.
2992. I think we're going to keep the flight pretty low, about 1,500 feet.
Texas Gulf Coast.
I repeated. Doesn't matter.
Texas Gulf Coast regal weather. Wind light and variable, visibility 10. Sky conditions 2900 broken, temperature 20, dew point 17.
There. Now we're on Unicom. Alright, so the Palacios VOR frequency is 117.3. So let's go ahead and get that in here. 117.3. And Galveston's Shoals VOR is 113.0. 113.0. I'll put it in this backup just in the off chance, but I'm going to put it in the secondary. 113.0. That way it's tracking both of them at the same time. Alright, and then as a backup, 117.3. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to check my chart and see if there's anything I need to know about Pierce Field. There is absolutely zero information that I could pull up on it. Oh, there it is. No control tower, no lights, no beacon, no nothing. Private use only. Well, seeing as how I'm delivering 2 businessmen to it, I would assume that is the business use that it's designed for. It has no information. Oh, there we go. 3,700 foot long runway. Or a 3,000 foot long runway. This is going to be a short runway. Okay, I'm going to have to come in near stall speed to get into it. And let's see, what is the weather in Palacios, seeing as how that's the next closest. Looks like it's 120 at 12 knots with 10 standard mile visibility, broken clouds at 2,100 feet, overcast at 3,000 feet. Temperature 23, dew point 19, altimeter 299 or 1. Pretty similar to what we're at now. Very similar to what we got right now. Alright, so if the wind is 110, yeah, we could make a southern, we could land. Yeah, we could land runway 11. So we'll just fly straight in, basically, from the Palacios VOR. We need to leave Palacios on a radial of 171 for 18 miles. Alright, let's make this happen. That's it. I'm taking way too much time right now for this short video that I wanted to do. Alright, whatever. So let's go ahead and shut that down. Let's get this, get the beacon on. Yell at everybody saying that the meat grinder is about to come on and they're going to be hamburger for the FOB if they don't get out of the way, or FBO. I'm always getting that wrong. Alright, mixture full rich, prop full RPM, throttle wide open. Let's prime the system. Oh, we make sure we're on the right one of the tanks. And why is this? Let me back up. There we go. Now I can see. Okay, when it peaks, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And close the throttle, open it back up 1/4 inch. And scream at everybody to get the hell out of the way. Alright, start, close that noise. Oil pressure's up, amps are up. We have a good start. Turn the avionics on, alternators on. We'll go ahead and turn nav lights on just because. Cow flaps are open. Flaps full. They are working. Controls. Free and correct. Free and correct. Turn the squawk on to VFR, or 1200, which is VFR flight. We already set our altimeter 2995. We need to cross that with this one. Crossed. We got our frequencies dialed in. We will be intersecting the flight path of Victor 70 on a 246 heading. 243 heading. Alright, so 243 down here. Get that flag out of my way. 243. Yeah, that looks about right. I'd say roughly right there. Back on nav, we're going to be flying, it's a 2000 overcast. We'll go up to 2,000 feet. If it's overcasty, then we'll come back down to about 1,500. I'm just setting this as a reference, because I'm probably, oh, that's feet per minute, that's not going to do me any good. 2,000. Alright, slave off, yaw dampeners off, on fullest tank, temperatures are covered up, altimeter set on both, underground radar set, minimum's 150 off the ground. We're not going to be going off of any ADFs today. Unicom set, radios are set. Ready to go flying. Oh, let's check this out. It is working. Alright. Oh, trim 0. We got 2 people in here. We're just going to put one up. And let's turn on the taxi light. Nobody's to the right. Nobody's to the left. Let's test the brakes. Rolling. Brakes work. Let's get on out of here. Have a runway 35 departure, so we'll be going straight for it. And we're going to have a little bit of a crosswind. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to have a crosswind. Yeah. Oh, sorry, runway 17 departure. I'm always getting that backwards. temp is good, cylinder temp is good, we're charging, we got good oil pressure, we have plenty of fuel for the flight, vacuums between 4 and 6 inches, we are doing good there, EGTs are great. Instruments are set, altimeter is set, everything is cross-checked, we're dialed into the correct DME on both sides, that is good. Once we get in the air and get high enough for it to read, this little flag will go away and everything should pick up and do what we want to do. Minimums are set at 150 feet, which I should probably set it higher than that. Lights are on, instrument says, trim is set. You can turn these bloody things off because they always come on with this plane and it drives me nuts. They're on again. They're always on. Transponder is on a squawking, 3 down, green lights in, all fuses are in and correct. Flaps are at 15. Okay, let's check our mags. Killing the right mag. 100 drop, recovers, left mag. 100 drop, it recovers, cycle the prop. 150 drop, and it recovers. One more time. 150 RPM drop, and it recovered. Alright. Successful run up. Let's go ahead and turn on our landing light, our strobe lights, and let's be on our way. Nobody left. Nobody right. Nobody coming at me. Short line and check our flight line before we pull out. Okay. Flight line looks clear. Runway is clear. Flight line is clear. Let's take the runway. Big old moon there. I didn't think it would actually draw that. That's kind of neat. We're just going to have to act pretty quick once we get in there because that V70 is going to be really quick. Alright, let's get out of here. Airspeed's live. 70 knots, and rotate. Positive rate, gears up. Flaps are in. Set climb power, 25 square. And turn off the landing light. It's picking up Galveston right now. That's what I need to do. Pick it up. Something, didn't I? Oh, I'm right on top of it. I should be turning. Why? Let's go ahead and start our right turn. Again, leveling off because we're almost to cruise. understanding why I'm not picking it up. There it is. Now I got it. And we got Palacios. Okay, let's switch these around. Come on, switch. Thank you. Alright. Bring ourselves down into cruise. Set 2,000 feet, and here I keep going on up. I'm too busy looking at other things and not paying attention to everything at the same time. There I go again, man. Gee. I just want to keep going up. The very second I bump the trim, then it puts me into a 1,000 foot per minute descent. Alright, let's get back down to 2,000 like I said. Try to use the autopilot this time, so I'm going to be a little distracted. Probably not going to be talking to you guys. Probably not doing too much looking around because I'm busy watching. And my dang altitude as well. I just can't keep that maintained. See, it's just going down. For the life of me, I cannot get this plane to trim out and do what I want it to do. Let's switch over to our next tank. Mess with the trims on this is almost impossible. I already got cranked way over there. So we're on the... Damn it. Almost 24. 243 is what we should have been on. 1,900 feet and losing, of course. We're 33 nautical miles from Palacios. And we'll turn 171. Just about right where it's at. Okay, we lost Galveston. Right there. Oh, look at this. One of 2,000 feet, but it's level. I'll take that. Actually using the throttle to climb. It's the first time I've actually got that to work. But again, he's drifting left. That has the yaw damper, has anything to do with that. All this is a learning process to me. I'm sure y'all gonna blow me up and make fun of me about it, but whatever. Literally learning as I go. Well, after 222 hours, you'd think I would figure something out by now. See if we can't intercept the airway again. have done a 360 by now with how much I've been turning. Not much to see out here. The moon is actually setting. Kind of makes me want to stick my head out the door and see if that's actually happening like it claims it is. It's all supposed to be real world time and weather. But I have not even looked outside to see if this is true or not. Thinking like that, I'm off course again. 20 miles out. Halfway before we turn. Might have helped. Hoping to get a whole bunch of closer little missions, that way I can get 2 or 3 hops in a short video and not have to spend 37 hours uploading to YouTube. As it is, this video is probably going to take 24 hours to upload. We'll see what happens. Looks like we got some ground fog setting in over here. Looks like we're on track, relatively speaking. I might actually be able to pull this off. And once we get to Palacios, we're going to be making that turn heading 172 maybe. And we'll be flying that for 18 and a half, 19 miles. And there I go climbing again for no reason. In 1 second, I'm completely off course, but it takes me 3 minutes to make up that 1 second. Just, it doesn't make any sense to me. Unless there's a crosswind. I wonder if it's winds that it's probably what's doing it. I don't know how to adjust for such. So we should be right on course right now. Clouds. thing. Come on. What was that all about? Dropping 1,000 feet per minute, but I wasn't going down. This is going to go completely crazy as we get over the VOR. I mean, Palacios is there's Palacios right there. There's our airport. Right there. I think. Nope, that ain't it. That's the city, that's Palacios. Alright. 6 nautical miles away. Of course we are. With this one roughly. It's about to go completely crazy as I get close. Trying to maintain a 242 heading. Sorry guys, it's not all that entertaining or fun. Oh, there's the dang airport. About 1.8 to 1 nautical mile will begin our turn. This will definitely give us the timer countdown as to when to turn here. When to turn if we need to. If we didn't have that, yeah, within a half mile, 1 mile of the VORs, close enough, in my opinion. I'm sure there's pilots out there that will yell at me for saying such, but I'm the one flying this simulator. Okay, that's moving. And there's the countdown in 12 seconds. This is going to come at me pretty fast, too. I want to turn the heading, it's saying 174. I'll bump that just a little bit. It says turn now. Staying orientated. Alright, 174-ish. I'm tracking 175. Alright, not bad. Let's come over a little bit more. Oh no. I was tracking 180, there we go, 175. Alright, there's Matagorda Bay. We're going for the island out here. I'm actually going to begin my descent, come down to 1,000 feet, because it's going to happen pretty quick. Bring the power back, let's get our mixture rich, bring the props up to 26. Turn on the landing light. Cow flaps are closed, flaps up, fullest tank, be the right tank. Nope, be the left tank. I'm going to be completely off. I'm tracking 165. I'm not picking up the some 2, some 3, some 4. There we go. Let's just do a slight correction. Somewhere out here is an airport in the middle of the water. When we get 8 miles out, I'm going to bring the flaps in and get us down to 90 knots, so we're good and slow. Starting to get on the track here. So the airport's going to be somewhere right here, I think. There. Somewhere right here. The way what I'm seeing, I'm calling bullshit. The worst part is I'm probably not even going to be lined up. I should be fairly close. That's 165. 172. No, yeah, I'm tracking correct. There's a magnetic variance that I'm still learning about and trying to incorporate into my planning. And as you can see, I'm messed up because GPS says I'm tracking 170. This is 165. I'm still trying to figure that all that mess out. Still don't see anything to land on out here. I see a little bit of land right there, but binoculars. I'm leaning towards this. Oh, there it is right there. Dang, I would have missed it in its completely. I would have completely missed that. Well, what do we got going on here? What's this? Hey, easy plane. I don't think that'd be floating around the Matagorda Bay, but whatever. Who am I to say what the military is going to do? Okay, where's my binoculars again? Yep, I'm off. Okay, it's right there. This is going to be a very short landing. 7 miles away. Go ahead and bring in first flaps. I'm going to trim to 0. Oh, and that throws me back up in the air really quick. I would have completely missed that because I was going over here. That's why it's a VFR. If you can't see it, you can't fly. that a taxiway next to it, I assume? Yeah, it looks like it. We'll land on the left one. And all that mess, I ended up climbing instead of descending. That's not good. Taking a long time to get there. Feels like I'm not even moving. 181 knot ground speed though, or 101 knot. Yeah, I am. I'm very slow right now. Indicated at 100 as well. Landing light is on. Flaps are first. Cow flaps are closed. Let's go ahead and put the gear out. 3 green. Gears down. Radio set. I believe we're ready to try this. If I could ever get lined up with it again. Flying kind of crabbing a little bit here. No lights, no nothing. You are on your own on this runway. There's a nice long one right here. Well, I picked the short one because I'm smart. Actually, no, I was saying this one was about 500 feet longer than that one. Full flaps. Full tank, radios are set. Field in sight. Way too high, just for everybody's information. We are flying just a little bit sideways, a little bit of a crosswind taking place. Way too high. Minimums cross-check. Slow her down. Successful landing. Says we're delivered, so you know what, we're just going to stop right here. Alright, so it's delivered. I landed. Not much experience for centerline because I was horrible with it. Set the parking brake. Set the parking brake. Kill the avionics. Landing light off, nav lights off, strobe lights off. cut off, beacon off, battery, alternator, key, and let the people out. And here we are. Alright, that'll be all for this video. Thank you.